developments coming out of the Western Cape, where judgment has been reserved in embattled public protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane's bid to return to work immediately. Last month, the same court, that's the High Court in the Western Cape, said that President Cyril Ramaphosa's decision to suspend Mkhwebane was unlawful and invalid. But the DA then filed an appeal application several hours after that. Mkhwebane now wants to head straight to the Supreme Court of Appeal and claims the High Court has made a mistake in its judgment by not granting her the temporary relief. To get you more on this story, bring in our reporter Athi Mtongana. And Athi, I believe you've got the woman of the hour herself.
Well, Temegila, I do have with me the public protector who's going to give us reaction to the three justices reserving judgment in her bid to challenge her suspension. PP, the three justices are no strangers to particularly your case. They've been hearing it since it started, and you want to approach the Supreme Court of Appeal. Won't you talk us through that?
Today, Athi, and good afternoon. It was just to appeal the judgment dismissing our application or which we brought relating to Section 18. So, which we wanted to make sure that I return to office while the matter is pending on appeal. So today basically was an appeal because we are saying it's in the interest of justice. For possibly another court might come to a different conclusion. So basically that was the argument here. Indeed, they've reserved judgment, but my legal team or my counsel pleaded with them to decide expeditiously. So that if the matter is going to the Supreme Court of Appeal, then it can be ventilated there. Because what we've also picked up is that there are some merits or factual issues which were never dealt with, and if the SCA at least ventilate those issues, it will be better.
Do you think they
dealing with the matter directly by the Constitutional Court?
Do you think that they will make that decision in time before that date of the 24th for the Constitutional Court?
We hope so, because you know that actually justice delayed is like justice denied. But again, I think it's for the interest of justice that they do that. And then so that the SCA, we are hopeful as well that they will hear the matter speedily, so that then when the appeal by the President and the DA is heard at the Constitutional Court, which we've also cross-appeal, which I think it's one of the issues with, I mean, we are a constitutional democracy. Everyone has rights, and at the end of the day, now when the President and the DA are indicating that I must be subjected to personal costs, which is very painful, and you know, is it in the interest of justice? Why do that? Because I mean, we have these courts to assist in interpreting the law, in developing jurisprudence. So I don't understand why then that behavior, when in the first place the President acted unlawful with bias and ulterior motive by suspending me. Now the issue is, in the interest of justice, is it fair? And in the eyes of the public, that doing my work, investigating complaints which I am not doing them on own initiative, it's complaints which are lodged. And I mean, the Constitutional Court even foresaw this with the Nkandla judgment that, you know, you'll be dealing with the most powerful and raw state power, which will not be happy when you investigate them.
Speaking about matters that were brought to you in complaint, the Phala farm investigation and the acting public protector now, do you think that they as an office are doing enough to investigate and conclude that matter, given the fact that it's become a hot potato?
You know, I would say the Executive Members Ethics Act is very clear. We should be finalizing matters within 30 days. And I think that's what we've been trying to do, and acknowledging that there's a number of matters which we never managed to finalize within 30 days. And the current matter as well was one of those matters where, at least when we received the complaint, we tried to bring it to the attention of those implicated to give us their side of the story, as well trying to check whether can that matter be finalized on time, or that matter as well, if we haven't finalized it, but then how can we also in the long run try to comply with the legislative provisions to deal with such matters in compliance with the Constitution, basically. But then currently, I mean, that's what they've been saying, that they are still investigating the matter. I wouldn't know how far is the matter and what information has been acquired, because the team which is investigating is very knowledgeable and good in investigations, and so I don't know whether they would be moving with a speed, or they will also then put it aside.
That's all we have time for. Thank you so much for your time, Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane, giving us her input insofar as this case, which has now been reserved by the 3 justices, hoping, of course, that they will come to a decision before the matter is taken to the Constitutional Court. There, where President Cyril Ramaphosa and the Democratic Alliance have appealed the decision of this court, which has invalidated the suspension by President Cyril Ramaphosa. I'll leave it there for now.